Hello everyone, my name is August and this is the game development vlog. For the Metaflow game project. I will tell you everything about this universe I'm making, but first I wanna thank you for bearing with my accent and wish farewell to those who couldn't.
He still needs a lot of work.
Why my English hurts?
You've never used them before.
Now let's set up some context. As you know, they say we are born too late to discover the Earth and too early to discover the universe. Almost everything is already known, and for a chance of a new discovery, you often have to devote your entire life to it. Our universe, albeit magnificent and beautiful, does not make things easy either. Turns out everywhere we look, the universe is uniform and made of the same stuff we have here on Earth. So, even if you go out there, which is pretty much next to impossible, you'll find the same chemical elements and the same physics, which will most likely produce the same piles of rock everywhere. Some argue it's enough. But I always dreamed of exploring vast space, not only to see new planets, but to find completely new things nobody has seen before. What if chemistry of other star systems would differ, resulting in stuff being unusual there? I would love to marvel at its weirdness, understand its traits and inner workings, to come up with ways to use it to my advantage and then share my knowledge with others. I wanted to be an explorer scientist with an entrepreneurial streak, to experience revelation of unique knowledge, or maybe an old and long forgotten one, to understand unfathomable motivations of aliens, and yeah, maybe save the galaxy, but in true one-of-a-kind way, so my story in this universe, be it grand or small, would be actually unique and impactful at the same time. This is why I started to make Metaflow. Seamless and dynamic procedurally generated universe, where every new solar system would be full of things and events, most of which are new, weird and unknown, even to almighty internet. So everyone could be a discoverer. Traditional methods of game development, where every asset is meticulously made by the hands of dozens of professionals, are not available for me. Even if they were, frankly, that wouldn't help solve the task at hand. It takes up to a week of work to create a 3D asset, and it takes just a second to look at it. And once you do, you'll recognize it anywhere. No budget will allow making thousands of unique things for each player to explore. And I'm just a solo developer with no budget. This is why I've chosen to go all in, as they say, and make one system to generate it all. So, every space station, every starship, weapon, chair, lamp, down to the smallest inventory items are made with the same Lego-like pieces by the game itself, in real time. This allows me to not only create millions of variants of each thing, but also add new stuff in a timely manner. Looks like this game lacks futuristic sledgehammers, and I've been a fan of sledgehammers since Fallout 2. Most games get better when sledgehammers are involved. Okay, I've just added 1 million of them to the game. That didn't take too long, and no modeling required. When I make improvements on one thing, this means I'm improving everything. Stuff you see right now is made out of 350 small art pieces, and actually just 2 textures. I hope to add at least 10 times more chunks in the future. If you ask any seasoned game developer, they will say this is not how things are done. It's very risky, not precise, it's limiting, not performant, and any artist can make stuff much better than the computer ever will. And they are right. But I see no other way to achieve my dream. So trying this will be worth it for me even if I fail. Also, I feel like this generic, fractal-like computer art suits this universe. Sometimes it's almost like the math behind this pseudo-random dance is trying to tell me something. I don't know. Or maybe I need to stop drinking so much tea. So yeah, did they suggest starting small and easy? Well, I'm doing everything wrong. Quantity over quality? Check. Everything so generic? Check. Programmer art and game design? Check and check. If this is up your alley or you just want to watch me fail spectacularly, you can use your almighty click to make this subscribe button very grey. First version of this game will be about trade. Millions of stars in this universe have Dyson swarms of space stations. Each swarm is up to 100,000 stations. Each of those has persistent, procedurally generated roguelike interiors, where player can find, loot and trade myriads of different things. To move from station to station, you use your ever-evolving garage of spaceships. They all have different parameters and handle slightly differently. And now it's time for me to shamelessly state that being able to do this project full-time someday would be a dream for me. Sadly, Kickstarter and Indiegogo don't work with my country. I do have PayPal, so I'm poking around with Patreon, and if this happens I'll try to dial e-begging to a possible minimum. But if you have ideas for how to do a successful crowdfunding campaign, or any other questions or suggestions, I would love to read them in the comments or on my official Discord. Links are in the description. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one, where I will share some stuff about the lore and the mechanics of this universe. Thank you, and keep in mind, your flow is what matters.